I don't know, Jeff, has it? I must have missed that.
Sounds good.
Aston Villa, as you can see up there.
Yeah.
A couple of signings, a couple of big signings actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you saw on like social media on Twitter, the Aston Villa chairman came out and gave their reasons as to why they sold Grealish and what they've done.
Okay.
I think that was great to see.
Yeah, I think you would have to for such a
he's been there since I think he was 12 years old.
Yeah.
Or 6 it might have been.
Sure.
They sold him for 105 million and they've made 3 incredible signings for the stature of Aston Villa.
Yeah.
I'll take you through all 3 of them. We have Buendia.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, a number of teams are after him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a bittersweet thing because I think he'll thrive at Aston Villa.
Definitely.
It's one of those teams.
It's not like it's a massive step up in terms of like going to a club that's perhaps too big where you end up being a rotational player when really you'll only kind of develop by being a starting player. Whereas he can actually get that opportunity and actually have supporting players that are of a similar caliber as well.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a great signing for them.
Absolutely.
I'll discuss what the chairman said in a minute because it'll come together. But they also bought Danny Ings, added goals,
and that came out of nowhere as well.
That was a shock.
Yeah,
that was a shock because I didn't think Danny Ings would leave. He's from the south. I believe he's from Winchester. Yeah. So he's local to Southampton. There. Yeah. He's in sort of, I'd say, to the latter half of his prime.
End. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was doing well at Southampton as well. Yeah. I just don't think they were kicking on. Yeah. I think that might be the reason why he wanted to leave. I don't know if he wanted to leave or he got a better offer. Could just be that. But he'll definitely do big things with Villa, I reckon. Ollie Watkins, young guy, first season in the Premier League, did well.
Yeah.
Ings is experienced. And what do you make of that?
Balance that. To be fair, I think Ings, just from how amazing he was for Southampton and consistently amazing over several seasons, if he can bring that to Aston Villa straight away from the get-go, which I think is obviously in most cases actually quite hard to do. There's always a transition. Mm-hmm. But if it does click, then Aston Villa, it's not like they'll have dropped any strengths. They'll probably actually develop a lot more. So, obviously, as you mentioned, that bittersweet element of having to let Grealish go, their star man, but they've now got the means to like reinforce and build some depth in their squad across the team rather than just in the midfield or the up front. So that's quite good to see. And actually, I feel like out of all the teams, perhaps like a lot of attention has been on Aston Villa just because of the way the transfers are going, both outwards with Grealish and also inwards with Buendia and some of their other kind of connections as well. So I think they'll definitely make some strides next season based off that.
Yeah. Well, the last one was the third guy who is, I think, is a huge signing, is Leon Bailey.
Definitely.
And not to be rude to United fans, but I feel like the rumours of Bailey going to United have been going on for years.
Yeah.
For absolute years, and a team like Villa have gone and signed him.
Yeah,
it's
when the attention's not been on them.
Yeah,
swooped in a bit like Danny Ings. They've done it with him as well.
Yeah, I think that's a great signing, and it actually all comes together. So what the chairman did say was he wasn't interested in buying one big player with the 100 million they got for Grealish,
like for like swap type.
Right,
thing,
so he looked. They said they identified his 3 main attributes, which was creativity, goal scoring, and like wing play.
Yeah.
So they've got their creativity from Buendia, goal scoring from Danny Ings, and wing play from Leon Bailey.
Yeah.
I think they've done the perfect job. Now it's just getting them into the
proof
team.
in the pudding.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, it was great seeing a chairman come out and say why and what happened.
Yeah.
I think if more clubs are able to do that, they'll connect with fans more.
Definitely, yeah. It's a big thing, especially when, obviously that there's that big trigger with the European Super League and you can see the big disconnect between what chairman and executives of clubs wanted to do versus what fans want to do, and having that level playing field. And so, communication, transparency everywhere in the world's good. Mm-hmm. So especially in an area where a lot of I feel decision making in football can be quite opaque, and you don't really know what's going on until you see the outcome product of a signing or a loan.
Exactly. And let's go for it. Who's going to be the one to watch for Villa?
So it'll be one of their new signs. I want to go to Leon Bailey in my case, just because he's had those connections, as you mentioned, to Premier League with Man United. But obviously he's quite a big guy in Bundesliga. So having him now in the Premier League and actually seeing him fill in that role will be quite interesting to see. And I think he looks like he's up for it as well. It's not like he's just gone along with the moves that other kind of clubs have made for him. So that'll be good to see Aston Villa. Yeah,
I mean, Bailey's a very good shout for that one to watch category. I love watching John McGinn. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he'll be like their star man. I think he does a lot of the dirty work, the clever work in their midfield. But
an unsung hero type.
I'll go for I think Danny Ings.
Sure.
I think it depends it would be Watkins if Watkins is playing up top.
Yeah.
If not, it would be Danny Ings. I think Watkins might be pushed out to the left. That's what I've heard. And that it's like Danny Ings, they could play two up top. They did it with Che Adams and Danny Ings at Southampton.
Yeah.
He's used to that. It could happen. But I feel like they're both very similar.
Sure.
They're like, quick, small strikers.
Yeah.
Very good in the box, good at finishing. And either one of those for me. Either one of those.
Yeah, I think both sensible shouts. It'll be interesting to see how it all comes together for Villa. Mm-hmm.